G'day gamers, Ybot here with Filthy Ybot 74 with his Black Ops 4 final thoughts. Now, I just want to say thank you so much for the support with the last video, guys. I mean, it was funny. I got kind, but I want to thank you for all the kind comments and all the people that came out who haven't, commented on my videos for a while, dropped a like, and, Brutal Frosty laughed at it, which is fair enough, because it is funny. But look, I really appreciate the support last video. I think it's up to about 40 views. I'll link it in the description. Just heads up, in this video, there'll be a lot of links of other videos in the description down below to help with why I've come to this conclusion of Black Ops 4. Just to start off the bat though, Cheetown Mex Comedy goes, could you do a review or tell us how the FPS Dominator and the trigger stops have worked on your controller? This video gameplay is with those things attached. I will link that video in the description. I'm going to be honest with you people, it's cheaper than scuff, and in my view, it's not that bad. It's because I'm using the Xbox One standard controller, which I believe the sticks are the best to start off with. No control freaks or anything like that, depending on your game type, but just for a guy who just wants to play and have the paddles and can't afford a scuff, whatever, definitely get the FPS Dominator and definitely get the trigger stops and get good grip on your controller because you'll need it. So Cheetown Mex, all the videos you're going to see of COD in the next week or so are gameplay using the controller. Does it replace Elite? Not really, in my opinion. I could do more in depth on that, but just off the bat, just playing it, it's good. It's the tits. Not for Gears. I don't find the FPS Dominator or the trigger stops that great for Gears, but because I'm not playing Gears that much anymore. When it comes to COD, it's more about the perks, timing, and working with your team, and it works quite fine with that, like getting my accuracy, which ain't that great, but getting it good, like my reaction time and so forth. As you can see, it's doing its job. And the type of Xbox One controller I got, I think it's the Commander IQ, whatever, HQ, whatever. It's a tactical one with heaps of grip. So, I'm just going to start off with saying, the biggest downfall in this game is its connection. Now, as I'm currently playing this, I've tried to find some more domination game types here and there, and migrating hosts all the time. I've had to turn off my router and cool it right down, which I have to do regularly. And once I've done that for 15-20 minutes and crank it back up, it's all good. Now, it's not my internet. It doesn't matter if it's Xbox Live or PlayStation 4 or PC. People, let's just stop that crap straight off the bat. It is the connection of the game. And it's really sad at the moment because this game is very different from all your other CODs. There's a guy called Mr. Tracky who is pretty much his last video. I'll link it in the description. He pretty much stated this is completely different from all the CODs he's used to playing, and he's played COD a lot longer than I have. And I have to agree with him. It's more sweaty than Advanced Warfare, but its biggest downfall is connection because it's a tactical COD. In my view, it's more tactical than any other COD I've played. It really is. So when you're trying to find a game of hardpoint and domination, where this game really does shine, when you get a good hardpoint and good domination with no migrating host, this game is the duck's nuts. It's the tits. It really depends on what class you choose. It really depends, what setup you have and how you have your setup, what perks you have. It really does, depending on your playstyle for that particular game and, more importantly, that particular map. Now, I love SMGs, but they are weak as F, and they only really work on Summit. And I get owned. So, if you want to have a high KD, don't use SMG. Now, this game, with the class setup, with the blackout, with the zombies, even in my view with the supply drops, how you can earn them here and there, I'm really happy with. It had good connection. I'll give this game an 8 out of 10. But because of this connection, I'm only giving it 5. People say, but it hasn't got a campaign, why not? I don't care if it hasn't got a campaign. I reckon they'll come as DLC later on down the track. But for me, for a go-to game, quite frankly, I'm happy with the graphics. The hit markers are a bit of a miss, but I'm happy with the power class. As you can see, I'm loving the Firebreaker at the moment. Like I said, he's mentally unstable, but that's the kind of characters I like to use. It's a good game, but it's the connection, it just shouts me. So this is why we should have crossplay, people, because if we have crossplay, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One players can play together. Okay? That's it. That's all it is. Just, whatever. But, this game, off the top of my head, it's my go-to game. I cannot wait to play it, but it only gets 5 out of 10 because now I've had to turn my Xbox off and everything off because I can't find a game. I jump back on the game, I can't find it, I get booted all the time, and it says migrating host, and there's lag. There's always that one laggy person. And the other big gripe about it is its community, because there's always this game rewards the campers. Okay, it really does. And there's something a guy does here which is quite funny. So we're absolutely owning them. They always come back and win, and I'll tell you why. Because the reason I kept this video gameplay, which I got this morning before I went laggy, was because we had a lot of pushes on our team, but on the opposition they had one player that played it, you know, he had recon, he was quite clever, and he camps right near our spawn point, and he puts the turret in and he gets all the score streaks. Now, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty good he was doing that. If I had an AR, I probably would have beaten him a lot more, but you've got to see what he does here, you've got to laugh. It was fun. But with LMGs and campers, and then of course they got this double XP for all the skins and everything from the black market, I found a lot of people this morning are just sitting in domination and not even playing it. Just sitting in there because they're spending that time, they're getting the double XP for being in there that time. Every game I played this morning on a Saturday, I found 4 or 5 people doing that. And pretty much every domination game, there's one person. It always seems to be on my team. And they get booted. I don't know why they're doing it, but it just seems to be a hell of a lot. Particularly in Call of Duty more. You can see one right there. So it drives me up the wall, people, that there's people that do that. The community itself loves negativity. I've got more I got a message from a guy called John Wick the other day. He said, your rank doesn't mean shit. You still lost. And you know me, peeps, I don't take this game seriously. I don't take it as seriously as Gears of War. I don't. And I just laughed. I replied to him and said, dude. And then he joined me in the next lobby, right? He joined me on my team in the next match. And he was at the bottom of the lobby, and I was on the top. I mean, and he left, and I replied to him and said, well, at least I didn't quit like a bitch. And he said, well, I've got other things to do, you fat lard, and I'll leave you. And I'm like, man, you know, I'm a fat lard. What perk is that he knows I'm a fat lard? Anyway, that's the kind of crap you get from the community. It's always going to be negative. And I will link Drifter's video into this, because out of all Call of Duty commentators, Drifter is the one I do honestly listen to and believe. He stands up to criticism. He invites, he gets in lobbies with all the people criticising him the most. And he recently did a video not long ago, and I'll link it in the description. I'd suggest you watch it. It's the hard truth about Black Ops 4. And he knows what he's talking about. I know some people say he doesn't, but he does. So I'll link that in the description. I'll link Loot Top Secret's video in the description. This video should be titled Black Ops 4. Don't listen to Ybots, look at the links in the description. And tell me what you think of the music in the background. Are you happy with the way my quality of videos are going? But anyway, look, what I'm trying to say is, it's a sweaty game. This is more sweaty than Advanced Warfare. It really is. It's quite different from all other CODs. Look at me just trying to take out this turret. And it's a new COD. It's more new. It's hit us really hard more than Advanced Warfare. It has, people. It has. Advanced Warfare, we're all trying to work it out, but this is a completely different COD. This is more team-based. You can see it in one of their perks. It's called Team Link, straight off the bat. You got to work with your team, even in TDM, more than you had to. So, as a pusher and rusher, or as somebody who just runs around with SMG, there you go, he took me out quite easily. It's not good. My recommendations are to run Dead Silence and, believe it or not, Gun Ho. Dexterity, some people say dexterity because you're jumping around a lot. No, Gun Ho. It gives you that little bit extra second when you're aiming down sights, and you can reload while you're running. It makes a big difference, because the big difference in this game is either reloading or redoing your health. It really is, people. You've got to make that decision. So fast mags or extended mags. Stim or no stim. These are the things you've got to think about when you're playing a certain game type. Now, for TDM, a lot of people use the super stim, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, I found myself using the stim with extended mags, makes me, and particularly ARs, makes me extra hard to kill here and there. Armor doesn't make that much big of a difference. It really doesn't. You aim for the headshots here and there. If you had the ICR, you'd be doing headshots anyway, work on FMJ. There is something to counter everything in this game. This is what I say to people, particularly with Destiny and all those other things, they've learned that. For everything they put in there, every perk they put in there, they've got a counter to it. They do. So the 9 bangs, wear the mask, attack mask. When you see Ajax, you know there's going to be Ajax in there. You can hear it. Whack on the headsets. And the other reason why I think a lot of people are dying here and there is because kids or younger generation on CODs have played these maps over and over again, like Summit. They know it like the back of their hands. Monitors are a lot cheaper. Scuffs, people are buying more and more scuffs, and they're on G Fuel. So all the stuff that we've learned over the years, they're getting off straight off the bat, and they've got something to prove, you know. And it just takes time to learn. Every new COD does that. So it's a 5 out of 10 almost. So you could say 6 out of 10 for me because of its connection. If it had good connection, it'll be an 8 out of 10. Pure and simple. It hasn't got the whole bit and caboodle. It doesn't. But really, if you're a COD fan, I don't think you'd be disappointed just in the connection. That's the only thing you'd be disappointed in. I'm serious, people. If you're an SMG player, I'm sorry, you have to change around. But basically, the Matic, in my view, is like an SMG. It really is. But tell me what your thoughts in the comment section down below. I like the characters, I like the classes, I like the maps, I like the sound. it is your classic card. There's a lot to achieve. When it comes to camos, you don't have to buy them, you have to earn them. Even when you bought it, I got the unicorn, right? So I had heaps of coins when I bought this super duper exclusive Wipeout edition where you get a pair of Vonderhaar's underpants. But I got that because of the COD points, because I'm not going to buy any more COD points after that. And I got the unicorn skin. I thought I can whack that on straight away. No, you can't, because you still got to play and unlock all the other skins before you get something like that. And I think that is a smart move, Treyarch. Getting people to play your game, not just for COD points or to earn, is the way to do it. And I can imagine Vonderhaar being in there with Activision and saying, well, maybe no, they don't have to spend COD points straight away. That would have been a very heated discussion. But also, you cannot deny people the effect it's had on PUBG. Not Fortnite, but PUBG, man. When it comes to PUBG, when Blackout came out, they're in trouble. So just to give you an idea, it's coming to PlayStation 4 at the end of the month. And guess what? It's free to download and play this weekend on Xbox Live. Just to download and play it this weekend for free. After they're going to have to pay for it. So that tells you a hell of a lot, people. That tells you pretty much that PUBG are feeling the stresses. Now, if it goes to PlayStation 4, please, for the love of God, crossplay. So the lobbies feel a lot better, feel in a lot better, the game runs smoother, and it's better for all gamers around, okay? And it makes a game like PUBG survive. If they don't do that, we're screwed. Like, PUBG's going to fall down. And I don't care what people think or say, whatever. I think PUBG has a place in the gaming community. It really does. They all do. It's just wish these bigger corporations would just be a little bit lenient and let the competition in there, because it makes you stronger, not world domination here. So, look, I love domination in this game, no pun intended. As you can see, I'm level 18, regen 2. Thank you for the support in the last one, but it's really 6 out of 10 for me. At the moment, I'm a bit bored with Destiny 2, so I'm playing the hell out of this. Gears of War 4 has died, as far as I'm concerned. Bring on Gears 5 if it's going to be any good. But at the end of the day, fragging to have a good day to you. Always keep it positive. Thanks for watching my video, and you can see the Firebreak is one of my favourite characters to use. Like I said, there's so many things you can do and use in this game to counter everything. So stop your whinging, stop your asking to be nerfed, get in there, mix it up with your different SMGs and classes. As you can see, we just won that game. So whoever that dude was with the sentry turret, fucking good on you, because you almost won it for your team, and you sure got heaps of points. But this game shines when you play objective-based game types. But I hope they fix their effing connection. And if they do, I'll do another review and make this video, and I reckon it'll bump up to 8 rather than 5. Fragging tab, good day to you. Yes, I will link my video of the FPS Dominator and the trigger stops. They are a cheaper version of the Scuff from the Elite. When you buy it all on eBay, you'll understand what I'm talking about. They do quite well. But in my view, the Elite controller, particularly in Australia's point of view, is one of the best you can get. The razors aren't bad, but really the FPS Dominator and the trigger stops work quite well. Fragging tab, good day to you. Don't know what my final score was. We were at 12 captures. Oh yeah. See you in the next vid, people. See you in the next vid.